I think one of the most important things in life is to be grateful. And the view that I have of the environment around me here is one of the things that I'm grateful for. I spent a lot of time actually in the desert trying to build my base, my financial base, and to develop my career and my skills. And thank God, I was able to do a lot of those things. But at the same time, I really believe that the fear of the unknown or taking a leap out of there really delayed me from being around things that I'm thankful for now. Pardon the car in the background, yeah. I wouldn't trade this for a million years. The views, the experiences, the time with family, all of it really matters a lot more than the first things I mentioned. So oftentimes we do put ourselves either in an actual desert like I did or in a spiritual desert where we strip away everything that makes us happy and we just grind and work very hard to develop ourselves while at the same time kind of neglecting ourselves. We develop our careers at the expense of everything else in life. And that's really detrimental to having a successful overall life, in my opinion. So if I could go back to when I was in my 20s, I would have said, it's fine to work hard and definitely do your best to work hard, but at the same time, you should enjoy. And you should also not delay making moves. I think that oftentimes, like a lot of job requirements that are, on the applications for these different jobs, I feel like they're there. Well, I've also worked in HR, but I really feel like they are there to filter people out from applying for having too many job applications to go through from incoming applicants, especially when it comes to people who are working abroad, specifically for teachers. There are some unreasonable expectations or requirements on some of those job applications, but at the end of the day, if you are able to speak well and have a good interview and get that interview, oftentimes you can get that job that you're looking for. I remember one company that I worked for, it wanted to have an English teacher with like 5 years of experience and a master's degree. And a few months into the school year, we were short of teachers, and they were just desperate to find anybody, even with a high school diploma at that point. So that said, don't let a lot of these requirements or these things that are written down hold you back from pursuing your goals. Also, if you're looking for a stable career, I would just recommend now, with all this information that we have available to us, to look and find what is the most needed career in your country. Right now in the United States, that's nurses. The nursing sector is in such high demand, and we have a major nursing shortage. So that's one. If you want to be a teacher, consider teaching English, because there's a shortage of English teachers around the world as well. Not everybody wants to get out of their comfort zone and travel. And for the few that do, we can enjoy that. We can enjoy that aspect of there being a shortage of us. And you have to roll with the punches as well, guys. One thing I wish I had known is that not everything is going to be straightforward as it was when we were growing up. And there will be many changes, and there will continue to be changes. So one of the big changes now is just moving from in-person to work to online work. And it was actually a very stressful shift for me, but I was able to adjust, and now that's primarily how I'm working here. I can't legally work in the Philippines. I can't legally work in the Philippines as someone who is under this balikbayan visa. So I have to go through a process to get an ACR card, but that's neither here nor there. I still can work online through an American corporation or through any other company that's not based here. So I really appreciate that. And obviously, as you probably noticed, I'm not going to be making any money here on YouTube. So this is just more of me practicing what I like to do. So those are a few things that I wanted to share this afternoon, guys, is that make the move that you want to make as soon as you can, as soon as you possibly can. If you want to teach abroad, volunteer, get some teaching experience underneath your belt, and then go out and do it. It helps if you have a BA. Even if you don't have a BA, there are countries that do still accept teachers with the right teaching certificate. The teaching certificate's like a 150-hour course to get that going. I could talk about that in length because that's my specialty, but you can do that with a high school diploma. And I think that people are just so concerned with building up enough of a background that they don't realize like how actually easy it is to get out here and start doing what you want to do. It does make sense to get your master's degree if you want to get involved in like educational management. So if you want to get involved in educational management and be involved in that kind of life, then I do recommend that you do get like a master's degree or a bachelor's with more certificates. But is it really what you want to do either? I don't know. I did educational management for 7 years, and it was a good experience. I learned a lot about how businesses work and how companies function. Do I want to continue doing that? Would I want to be a principal? Not really. Would I like to own my own business? Yeah, absolutely. That's a whole different story. But managing somebody else's business, it's a lot of headache for not that much pay compared to what you can make with teaching. So, I mean, you do make more than a teacher, but, you know, it's the same old grind, isn't it? It's the same old grind that you would be doing like in the US or somewhere else. So anyways, guys, if you don't know my story, I've been working abroad I've been living abroad for 13 years. I did educational management for about 7. I did teaching for a good 5, the last 5 solid years in Saudi Arabia. And now I'm working and living full-time in the Philippines, and I'm working online. And I'm living here with my family, and I've got great views and fresh food and a new life to get used to and to appreciate. And it's just a complete change of scenery, and I really, really enjoy this. I have been trying relentlessly to bring my mom and my family out here, but she still, you know, she doesn't want to move from our hometown in Wisconsin. So that's the only challenge that I really have underlying like me right now. So I would rather bring everybody out here if I could. And you might wonder why, and it's just I feel like the Philippines really it's got like a lot of the positives that we had in the United States in the 1990s. They're still here. The strong family, you know, traditions that people have, and the culture is pretty similar. A lot of things are similar in a lot of good ways. So anyways, y'all, it's a bit of a rant, but I just thought I'd post and let you know what's going on. I'm still working hard here and just you know, adjusting to the changes that are going on in life, and they're all so far so good. Anyways, y'all, thanks for listening. It's just a quick vlog. Take care, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.